There's a reason Britain feels broke right now, and it's probably not what you think. I'm going to explain it, but first, you need to understand one thing, said the Debt-to-GDP ratio. It sounds a bit boring, and it kinda is, but trust me. It's super important. Let's make it simple. Imagine this chocolate bevan represents all Zeus, and this custard cream, this represents how much money the entire country makes in a year, its GDP. Back when he was born in 1994, our GDP ratio was about 30%. In other words, for every pound the country made, the government told about 30p. And it stayed pretty stable like that for years. Then came the 2008 financial crisis. The banks ran out of money, and the government had to bail them out. That big move jumped our debt up to around 60% of GDP. Over the next decade, under Tory government, it slowly crept up to about 80%. Then, the pandemic hit. Suddenly, no one could go to work. So the government had to borrow a massive amount of money to support everyone. Fast forward to today, and Britain's debt-to-GDP ratio is sitting at roughly 100%. That means for every pound we make as a country, we owe a pound in debt. But here is the weird part, that is not even the main problem. If you look at other countries, France's debt-to-GDP ratio is 113%, in America it's 120%, in Japan theirs is hasta again 240%. So why is everyone so worried about Britain's debt? What is really crazy is that Britain is paying more interest on its debt than any of those countries. The people lending money to our government aren't just looking at the total amount we owe. They're looking at how quickly we're racking it up. Think of it like this. Japan is like your mate WHOS always in his overdraft. It is just his normal state. America is a guy WHO spends a lot but does a great job and always shows up to work. Britain said to be a sensible one. But lately, it is like we bought a new dog, a new car. And a fancy hair transplant all in the same month. We've been acting like we got a huge pay rise when, in reality, we just maxed out a new credit card because of this sudden spending spree. The lenders are getting nervous. They're starting to charge us a lot more interest on the money they lend us. We're now in this wild situation where 8% of all the money the government spends goes just to pay enough interest on our. That is more than double the entire defense budget. And when you're spending more on interest payments than you are on defending the country, that is definitely not a good sign. So, how do we get out of this mess? It is a huge challenge, but there are solutions. If you want to hear about how we can fix this, make sure to follow for part 2 where I break it all down. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe.